So your life is full of relationships. That's why we created the And card game to explore each kind. We got family, friends, coworkers and strangers, and of course, couples. Check them out, theskindeep.com/shop to purchase.
Do your best impression of me.
Oh my God, that's a good one. Dance moves in the car.
Okay, stop.
Like typical Mandy in the car. Slow song, fast song, any genre, just like. So I think it's kind of an impression of both of us because like we both do it.
I was gonna say mine of yours would just be anything to do with this.
What are you hesitant to tell me?
It's not so much hesitant, but I don't think you know how much I love you.
Oh my God.
I really don't.
I think that's gonna be a question in here.
It's not so much being hesitant, but I mean, we're like such good friends and whatnot. Even though we don't say it all the time, I do love you more than anybody. If you could change one thing about me to improve our relationship, what would it be and why?
Oh my God. I don't know that it's like, I don't think I'd like necessarily change anything, but sometimes like I wish you were more open with me like from the start. Like, yeah, you're my big sister, but instead of telling me like weeks later or months later, like things that you could have just told me in the moment to maybe like avoid fighting or like avoiding stress or like anxiety between each other, just like being more open with me from the start. So then like if you are going through something or something that like I could support you on further, that you could just like be upfront with me more instead of down the line or not at all, I guess. What's one thing I still don't understand about you, and why do you think that is?
I don't think that you really understands my struggles with anxiety and depression. And before I went through any of the things that I went through in the past 5 years with some of the people that I involved myself in to be where I am with those things now, I never understood anxiety or depression either. And so I think you don't really understand it as much, or if it's hard for you to understand it as much because you might not have gone through things like that, that might have been as traumatic. I think that when I go to talk about them to you, and you kind of want to say, well, you might not need medication, you might not need that, and it's not all about that. I think it's because you haven't been through it in a deep way that I have, that you might not understand it as much. What's the pain in me you wish you could heal?
Well, I think that's an obvious one.
Say it. I don't know.
Pain of your last relationship. Because even though that was like your first love and you like didn't know any better, I wish that you just listened to us. Or listened to yourself, because you knew that there were things that weren't right. Mm-hmm. And by going with your heart instead of your head, you ended up going deeper and deeper and deeper for 3 years. Mm-hmm. And that when it was finally over, you were just so broken. Mm-hmm. And like, I wish that you would just like leave that brokenness behind, so it doesn't hurt you anymore. And I know it's like a lot easier said than done, but just like that has no effect in you anymore. Mm-hmm. And that was a couple years ago, and yeah, it lasted for so long. Like, it's the past, and it's not a lesson learned, and it's not something that you should regret. It's just the past. Mm-hmm. I do not like this question.
Well, I'm answering it, not you.
When are you jealous of me?
More frequently than you know. I don't know, even though we're so much alike in so many ways, I am jealous of your personality, and even though it doesn't really matter and we're both beautiful girls, you're a very beautiful girl and you carry yourself very well, and I feel like, I don't know, I get jealous of those little things.
I don't like that question because I don't ever want you to feel like you have to be jealous of me. I was just talking to someone about this the other day. I don't ever want you to feel like there's ever something that I'm doing that like you wish you could do or that you wish you have done, because it's not that like I'm more beautiful than you are, I'm more successful than you. Like, we're at different times in our lives, and like you can achieve anything you want. Like, you just have to like get up and like go for it. And I don't want you to ever feel that there's like a competition or like a jealousy that you have to feel towards me, because you're so beautiful and you're so talented and you're just so like amazing overall. And I wish you saw that, like what I see in you and yourself, so that you didn't have to feel that way.
Do you feel that I get jealous of you often? Yeah, I think sometimes it's not even more about jealousy as just comparing ourselves. And sometimes I feel like, even though you're my little sister, I feel like I sometimes can't live up to you and can't live up to Edie sometimes and the lives that you guys live. And I know it's not comparing, and I know our family loves us for who we are, and that I'm not some bum, but I feel like sometimes it's not so much as jealousy, but living up to who you are and living up to who he is too. What's something you've never told me?
Despite fighting and arguing and also loving each other, I am like so unbelievably proud of you. But just like sitting here like across from you and like realizing if I could like save someone, I would 100% like without a doubt save you. Because I've like never been like more proud to like be so close with someone who teaches me and makes me laugh and makes me mad. Is also my best friend. So yeah.
I think it's your turn.
Why do you love me?
I love you because you're you, and you're beautiful, not just your appearance and your physical appearance is beautiful, but your heart is beautiful. You care for people very strongly. Because you're you. I love you because you're you.
I love you because you're you too.
Thank you. We're so cute.
Hey, thanks for checking out the video. If you like, visit skindeep.com/shop so you can buy card games to bring into your own life, so you can play the and at home.